So I was in charge of training a bunch of accountant, and there was a big problem, is that when I try to train people to artificial intelligence, there is a person who come before me which is going to be the salesperson. And the problem is that the salesperson usually gonna tell to the accountant or anybody going to be trained, AI is capable of doing everything from A to Z. You don't have to touch anything, everything is done. But that's one of the big problems and one of misunderstanding about artificial intelligence is that there is a big difference between automation and Gen AI. Gen AI is generative AI, so it's going to generate something. And automation is just, up there's an event that comes, so data just arrive on my file, on my OneDrive and all this. It's a certain date, so I'm going to launch the report creation. This is automation. There is no human in a loop. It's automated, there's an entry event, and then a bunch of little events between like verifying the file, sending an email, creating a document, sending the document, and making the reporting, for example. So this is automation, no human in the loop. And that's one of the big problems that I keep meeting inside of French professional to be fair, is that they don't exactly want to do the whole work. They would like for AI to do everything from A to Z. There is a big difference between Gen AI and automation. That's one of the first points that I would like you to know. And the next one is going to be that the best way to take advantage of artificial intelligence is to understand what you can give and what you can accomplish with Gen AI today. So for example, this is going to be you. You're going to have access to some tools, which are going to be like ChatGPT, Gemini, and you expect a certain result. This is like the main thing. It's always the same thing. It's you. You have a mission, you have a tool, and you want a result with artificial intelligence. So the first thing that you need to know that you can put different output inside of the tool, which could be PDF, Excel, text, email, like offers. You can put anything you want, and then you can put a prompt. And this is where you're going to be able to shine, because artificial intelligence is pretty good, but the problem is that it doesn't have your expertise, because if AI was capable of doing everything, an intern could just press the button, give a little message with a little document, and it would be done. What I can tell you after training hundreds of companies to artificial intelligence is that without the expertise of the professional, AI is a tool which seems great, going to make the appearance of quality, but it's not going to make the job done. And you're going to get sued, and the contract going to fall apart, and your company going to fall. So you need the expert, and that's where you are. So what's going to be very important is that you can select the data, which could be PDF, Excel, and text, for example, and the prompt. The prompt is where the skill going to lie. The understanding on how to use the tool is also a skill. The professional need to understand this tool with this type of data, with this prompt, gonna give me this result. And that's where AI is great. Compared to a workflow, let's say, of automation where from A to Z, it's just done, you're not there. Sometimes there is AI, most of the time there is not. In Gen AI, you have the capacity to accumulate your understanding of the tool, the understanding of your task, and your expertise to accomplish the result. And that's where you're gonna be able to shine, because you can grow with this. The professional can try with a PDF and a certain prompt, try to make it, maybe like make me a resume of this article, make me a resume of this offer. It's going to get a result A. But by modifying the prompt right there, you can have an A bis, let's say like the A second iteration. And that's where the professional can grow. But the problem that this first day, I was training a bunch of accountants, and there was two of them which were like, I would love for AI to do my entire job. So to be honest with you, it's kind of possible, but it costs a lot of money, and usually that's what you paid for, so you kind of have to do it, to be honest. But the idea is that AI can help you with 80% of the job if you verify what it's producing, and if you keep increasing your level inside of artificial intelligence. When I mean level, I play a bit of video game. Let's say that you can keep experimenting. You can keep experimenting with the prompt, with the file. You can see, okay, it's going to give me the result A, but if I change the prompt, I'm going to have the result B. If I change the file but keep the prompt, I'm going to have the result, let's say, C. And you can keep experimenting. And that's where the value lies. The value lies is not how can I automate my entire job and not have to work anymore. The real value for long term for the professional, which is going to have to keep their career for like the next 10, 20, 30 years, is to understand how can I be so movable that I can use my expertise with a specific tool to have always a result that I want, or another result, or another result. This is where the value is nowadays for the professional. And sadly, for this session, it went very well. People were very happy with the use case and stuff that we found for them. But to be honest, like, she really wanted all of this to be done. And I told her, like, it's possible, but it would cost a lot more than 1 day of training. And also, it's quite a lot, and you need to be a dev, and you need this, and you need that. So remember, to level up in AI and to really take advantage of this revolution is to accumulate your expertise with a good prompt, with a good tool. And you need to keep experimenting to actually level up in terms of using AI and then accumulate it with your expertise and what you do in your job every day. So it was Loic. Wish you the best with AI. Don't hesitate to contact us inside of the description. I will see you very soon. Bye-bye.